Season 1 of Glee was genuinely one of the biggest surprises I've ever had when watching a show. Debuting in 2009, the single-camera sitcom took off and became an instant hit, immediately demanding a second season being greenlit. The first season had storylines such as the cheerleading captain and head of the celibacy club getting pregnant with her boyfriend's best friend, a rival Glee club's coach sending over a British monarch to infiltrate the New Directions, only to find out that Rachel was her daughter all along, and even a serial child predator being allowed back in the school multiple times for whatever reason. And you can decide which serial child predator I'm talking about. Creating a second season of Glee was always going to be tough, as the first season is nearly impossible to follow up. But that didn't stop series creators Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk, and Ian Brennan from trying. Season 2 of Glee has a lot of great moments, from Gwyneth Paltrow getting Will Schuester fired to Kurt maybe finally finding love, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. If you're new here, hello, I'm Josh, the editor is Blake, say hi Blake, and this is Hash on Glee, where we try to figure out who the worst person on Glee is based off of my scientific revolutionary gloint, that's Glee point, scoring system. I highly recommend you go watch the videos covering season 1 of Glee before this one, because here we are coming through 22, yes, all 22 episodes of season 2 of Glee and seeing who the most Gleevil character this season is. Every single action a character takes will be analyzed by our scientific high-tech formula, aka me with a Google Sheets account, and we will be assigning points or gloints based on the action of being good, glud, or evil, Gleevil. In the description, you will also find a link to a Patreon for the channel. Here you can find access to the Google Sheets page yourself, so you can cross-reference my point system. You'll also get early access to any future videos and some Patreon exclusive content as well, such as outtakes from each one of these recordings. And trust me, there are a lot of outtakes. So go over and check it out if you so desire. Any support would be greatly appreciated. Enough of all of that though, let's get into what you're really here for. Welcome to season 2 of Glee. That's right, folks. We went and we made a whole ass Glee season 2 Hash on video for all of you to enjoy. That there was just the first little intro. The video is, as we can see here, it is 8 hours and 7 minutes. It took a lot of time. All right, it took a lot of time. I know it's been a long time coming. I know it's been a long time coming. It's been since July. The last video we posted was June, I believe. Part of it was due to me being lazy. Part of it was due to me being depressed. Part of it was spoiler, I didn't think season 2 of Glee was very good. Which made it harder for me to find want to watch it a ton. But that doesn't mean that this video isn't very good. I think this video did very, very, very well. I really, really enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing today on 2x speed, of course, and it was so good. It was such a good video. Now you're wondering, Josh, how do I? This is Turtle Power 9 right now. Josh, how do we watch it? How do we watch it? Well, it's not actually live right now. What is live? Let me go to here. Yeah, this will work. What is live is the Hash on Patreon. Okay. So that's where you're going to be able to see it now. If you go to www.patreon.com/hashon, first off, you'll see this post. It says, hello. Thanks for checking out the Patreon. Let us know if there's anything specific you'd like to see from this page in the future. Some potential future plans include bonus videos, Blake and Josh Yap sessions, etc. Now, if you do go there, you can see some of the content we already have up. Gleason 1 Part 1 Outtakes. This is a 17-minute video that'll only be exclusive to our Patreon members. I was a freshman in of all of Patreon outtakes during the very first recording that I did. There's a 25-minute video for the part 2. there's a worksheet, there's a spreadsheet Google Docs link where you can go in and you can see every single point that I've ascribed that I've given out. It's all right here. So here's like episode 1, for example. You can see exactly how I scored, why I scored it, multipliers, points, totals, yada, yada, yada. Exactly what I use is just a non-editable version that y'all can see. And then, of course, the full video right here. Just look at that thumbnail. I mean, what a masterpiece of a thumbnail. Am I right, folks? Hello, Gay Bacon. Welcome. So it's $5 a month right now if you want access to this video right now. The reason why we're doing that is, one, obviously, if you want to support us, we really, really, really appreciate it. All of the money that we get is split between me and Blake, 50-50. So we're helping both of us out if you decide to be so generous as to be a Patreon member. But we just uploaded. It took Blake like 18 hours to upload this video to YouTube. I don't think they have very good internet. It took them 18 hours. So just today is when we got it up. When it uploads, it then gets a million copyright strikes from Glee, from like Glee's owners, Disney. And then we have to go through it manually. I have like a full script that I have to go through and copy and paste like 30 times. There's like a maximum number of copyrights you can get on a video. And we hit that every time. And I have to go through and manually appeal every single one. That's a 7-day process. So right now, if we were to launch the video, we would make $0 on every single view we get. So we have to wait that week. If you feel generous enough, you can wait. You don't want to wait the week. You can go through and you can become a Patreon member right now. I understand if you don't. It's completely optional. In terms of like the main channel content on Hashan, it will not affect what you can or can't see. Obviously, there's going to be bonus videos for the Patreon members, but this will be live probably on the 31st, maybe on the 30th. It depends on when the 7-day like appeal process comes up. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I can answer them. It like I said, it was such a good video. I had such a fun time recording it. And Blake did some really, really great stuff in the edits. I think it turned out really, really, really good. I'm really proud of this video. I mean, it's kind of funny. There's I mean, you'll see. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I really did not enjoy this season of Glee. I thought the first 13 episodes of Glee were really, really good. And if you haven't watched them, if you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, and you're like, what the hell? This Judges guy does Glee content over at thank you to Pressy Lochnassy. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I have with Blake here 2 big ass Glee videos on the first season here. So this is a continuation. This is a 2-part version of season 1. The first 13 episodes and then the back 9 episodes. This next video will be the next 22 episodes of Glee. There's 22 episodes in season 2. Actually, every season has 22 episodes except for the last season, I believe. Season 6. And yeah, this is I don't know. Anything else? Like I said, patreon.com/Hashan if you want to watch, if you want to see this now. If not, again, I totally understand. It's just an option now. And we just can't launch it now because we would make $0. And it's so much work put into it that that's not really an option for us. We can't make $0. But yeah, any other questions? Any other concerns? Thank you, Fabricadabra. 1/3 of the way done. You know what's funny is, not to get too like behind the scenesy, but I've mentioned, and I don't want to spoil it too much. Thank you, whoever said you like the shirt. The shirt is very sick. I bought it from some random, I could not tell you what store I got it If I'm being for real, it was from some like library in like LA or something. I just saw it and I was like, that's sick as hell. Hey Sal, what up? You just paused the judgies. That's funny. Welcome to the live judgy. Just one of us though. When I was watching season 2, it took me so long to make it. Like I said, partially because I was like depressed for a bit. Partially I just didn't want to do it. Partially just season 2 of Glee sucked so much. Thank you, Gay Bacon. I just got my haircut, so I just hated season 2 of Glee so much. It was so bad, especially compared to the first season. It was so bad. And Blake and I were talking and we were saying like, we might need to take a break from Glee on the next video because this video has taken Sal with the resub. Thank you. In this video, we put so many hours into this and there were so many hours of like begrudging work, if that makes sense, where it is, especially with a creative thing like this, it really fucking sucks to have to put in work on something where you have to transform and hopefully make it watchable when you like don't like the thing that you're doing. And so we were talking privately, we're just like, we might need to take a break from Glee after this because it was just wearing on us. And then I started watching season 3, and season 3 is so good again. They still have their missteps, and like Glee was never a perfect show and will not be a perfect show. But I was watching season 3, and I literally was like, "Oh, this show it's good again." And I would even argue it's in some ways better, which is kind of funny. Like season 1 is great because of the campiness aspect to it. It doesn't really have super great like writing, like character growth moments or like things that would like you would be like, it's not like Game of Thrones-esque, right? Where you're like, holy shit, X happened, so Y happened, so Z happened. But season 1 of Glee has a lot of just it's got a lot of camp, it's got a lot of like a really good joke writing. And then season 2 was like, on top of getting worse just overall writing, the jokes just were so much fewer and further between. And then you get to season 3, and like it seems like in season 2, every single plot point that gets brought up is done. It's like finished being a plot point by the end of the episode. And there were definitely parts in season 1 that did that as well. But in season 3, they immediately throw like in the first episode of season 3, they throw like 6 or 7 plot points into the fire, and then each one lasts like 2 or 3 episodes, and you come back and visit them over time, and it feels so much better. It just feels so much better. It's crazy how much they fucked up season 2. But that being said, the video is still really great. I'm really excited for it. For you guys to see it. I totally understand not wanting to become a patron because I get it. It's, money is tough, yada. But if you can, we would both really appreciate it. Okay. Other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. Hello, YouTube chat. Hello, Twitch chat. Any parasocial things I need to get off my chest? We recorded for the judgy side of things. I do think it's funny. I think this every time, and then I don't move it. But I think it's really funny that I have there's actually, hang on. There's something I don't want to show because it's the next Glee video spoiler. But I've got this box of Kleenex and then this next to it. And every time I'm like, oh, I got to remove that before I go live or something because people are going to think that I'm straight up jorking it. But it's a hand sanitizer. And every time I think like, oh, it's funny to think that I jork it with hand sanitizer. And this is from when I think I maybe left it in. Is when we were doing our collab with a podcast, We'll Save This Relationship. Christian sneezed and got snot all over himself. It was everywhere. And so I had to leave that there. But yeah, okay. I'm stalling. Sal with a 5 stream streak. Okay, flex. We'll leave this open. Let me rearrange my tabs now. Hang on. What's been going on in my life? Oh, judgy side of things. We recorded our power hour, which comes out on Monday, actually. It went so well. I do fear it's our most listenable Power Hour. We always joke that those episodes are like completely unlistenable. But we literally got done recording, or maybe it might even been on the recording. I was very drunk, and I think I said like, this is our most listenable one yet. I think it actually turned out to be like a very listenable, fun episode. We all got so drunk. I think it's the most we ever drank for sure. Like as a whole, I think I've always finished the Power Hour. I think Christian mainly does, but Eric always taps out. She did not tap out as far as I remember. You was listening to the collab with the podcast Play Illustration on my plane ride home yesterday. It was great. Yeah, they were awesome. They were really cool people. I knew we would get along with them. Everything we've seen from them was very cool. And then we did a collab we're on their show. We did a collaboration with Reddit on Wiki. We were on their show. It's not out yet, but they were really nice too. We had a really good time with them as well. So that'll be really fun. More content to come out for all your judges' needs. We are soon. I need to text Christian and Erica. I've been so busy with this the last couple days. We will do our yearly judges Friendsgiving live stream. That'll be a Patreon only live stream, but you can be in any tier. I think it's how we normally do it. Or you know what? I don't know. Don't hold me to that. You might only. I'm pretty sure last year we did a Patreon only tier, but this year we might just do a public stream. But it would probably be on YouTube. I guess we could multi-stream it. But that'll be coming up in November. We always do that. So sometime in November, we'll do our Friendsgiving stream. What else is coming up in Judges drama, Judges lore, the annals of Judges? I don't think anything. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, because Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, isn't it? Yep, Jake did come on. Yes. And Jake actually read a story, I think, on the bonus episode of the Power Hour. A kid violently slapped another kid in my class today. Did they deserve it? I mean, that's terrible. Is that like the first time you've had that happen? If we can't financially sub to Patreon or otherwise, what is the most financially beneficial way to consume the content for y'all? Great question, Cozy Core Girl. We get that question a ton. Ultimately, if you are unable to give us money directly through Patreon, yada, 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 the best way to support us is just however you want to watch the video. It genuinely, like, the amount of money that's different between like versus, you know, YouTube versus a Spotify thing genuinely does that matter. Our like CPM on, I could not even tell you. I think the CPM on Spotify is like if you just watch like on Spotify with the ads and everything. I guess technically it would be better if you listen to the Spotify one, because that's where we run our actual podcast ads on. We don't run ads on YouTube. But again, it's so minimal that it really doesn't matter. Whatever is the best way to do for you. And in the new year soon, we were gonna potentially actually start posting video back on Spotify. We've been meaning to do that anyway. People really enjoyed it, but it was just really buggy when we first were allowed to do it. But I know people really enjoyed it, so we might be doing that again as well. But I guess technically Spotify is better. It's hard because, like, yeah, obviously I'll always engage. That's true for any creator. Engage, but don't. It actually hurts if you do fake engagement. Like if you thank you, Carly, listener from Australia. Wow. Love the Power Hour episodes. You're gonna love next week. Any creator, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It's obviously huge. hey, if you're watching on the YouTube stream, you can hit a like. But if you just like go on someone's YouTube page and then sub and then like you never watch it, it actually can hurt them because the YouTube algorithm is telling itself like, oh, they're clicking on the video, but they're not watching the video. Or like they're subscribed, but they're not watching the video. And maybe it's because you already listened to the episode on Spotify. It like tells them like, oh, we showed this YouTube thumbnail to a subscriber and the subscriber didn't like it. That means people that aren't subscribers definitely aren't going to like it. So if you see our videos in the wild or any video of a content creator that you like, even if you've seen it already or whatever, it's always best to go and like it and literally just watch it for like a minute. I think that's when YouTube like kind of like cuts off. A lot of stuff cuts off. It's like if you've watched it for a minute, that like counts as a watch, if that makes sense. But yeah, the reason why we put it on multiple platforms like we do on Spotify and YouTube and everything is so that you can watch it how you want it. Like if one way was way better than the other ones, we wouldn't, put it everywhere, if that makes sense. We wouldn't allow everybody just to go to the other thing. So ultimately it's whatever's best for you. Do you get more if I listen to an episode more than once on Spotify? Yeah. It doesn't. So, hang on 1 second. We'll bust out the paint. How about that? There's 2 types of ads, if that makes sense. Pretty much is what the conversation comes down to is there's 2 types of ads. Window capture. The hell? Wait, why does it look so stupid? What the hell? The hell? Like super zoomed in or something? No. You're so excited for the next Glee video? Jojo, if you scroll to the very beginning of the YouTube live stream, you can see the intro to the video. And if you go to patreon.com/YouTube, patreon.com/Hashan, you can see the video right now if you become a member. Otherwise, it'll be live in a week. Must be a mirror. Why? Because that's what it looks like shit. Very funny, Christian. Ha 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 ha. Let me instead do this then. What? That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Yeah. Bring this down here now. There we go. We're figuring it out. Let's just do this. So there's 2 types of ads, and this is where it's going to come down to every time. Maybe like pirate software. There's host read, and then there's sort of just, I think they're just called like, no, they're not called dynamic. We'll just call them dynamic ads. Okay. So host read ads pay way more. They pay way more money. Those are the ones when you hear Christian, Erica, or I talking. Those are the ones that will be on Spotify only. And Wardazzi, thank you for the gifting a sub to Pish and Christian. Imagine not paying for your own Twitch's subscription. So the host read ads are way more money. They're also way more fewer. So if you're listening through a Spotify episode, you'll hear this ad. However, you can only count as 1 view per person. If that makes sense. Okay. Now, dynamic ads, you'll see these on Spotify or whatever, any app. You'll also see them on YouTube, right? When you get a pre-roll, a mid-roll. Those are ads that the creator has effectively no say in what ads these are. we have put on our Spotify for our podcast specifically, like, don't run ads on these things, but ultimately we don't have like a full set. These ones we have a say on what we do more often than not, unless, you know, there's contracts, yada, yada, yada. So when you listen, and this is unlimited views. Unlimited. Yeah, I did know that Matthew Morrison and Leah Michelle, it's like they were rumored to have dated, and he would have been like 35 and she'd have been like 22 or something. Maybe it was like 32 and 21 or something like that. So when you re-listen to an episode on Spotify, you'll give us more money, theoretically, for every single dynamic ad that you read. But we're only getting like one view on the podcast, and that's what the host read ads care about. Now, either way, if you're watching it multiple times, both YouTube and Spotify will hit you with more and more dynamics, right? They'll never run out of ads to give you, unless you get demonetized as a platform. In which case, even if our YouTube video gets demonetized, they still run ads. We just don't get the money. There's no way for you as a viewer to know that. It's just whatever. It's just classic fucking modern monetization practices. But when it comes to which one you want to do more, again, what if I don't get dynamic ads because you pay for premium? We still get money. It's the same thing on Twitch. Is on Twitch, you if you don't have a Prime sub or a subscription to the channel, you'll get served ads, and then every single viewer who watches that ad, we get money from. But if you subscribe on Twitch, or if you have YouTube Premium, like I have YouTube Premium, it still will take whatever percentage of your premium and give it to the creator. So we still get money if you have premium. But an example of how much, like, if you want to talk about like money, a host read ad on a podcast. So this is like podcast stuff. It's different for YouTube, but on a podcast, you're making anywhere from $25 to $15. Hang on one second. You're making anywhere from, oh, come on. My hand's like not working. $25 to $15 per 1K views. Okay. That's called a CPM. I know I've gone over this before. That's a host read ad. For your dynamic ads on YouTube or well, it's because eventually we will get to Baldur's Gate. On YouTube or any of these ads, you'll look at around $10 ish, roughly. But if I expand this and we add another category that is Patreon, right? It's obviously a lot harder to measure how much money you're making. It's not handwriting, it's mouse writing. I have good handwriting. Here, look. I'll show you my good handwriting. If you're on Patreon, and for our month, like we'll say, just like our cheapest tier is $1, right? $1 per month. In that month, which or we'll even just do $12 per year. Okay. And in that year, we release 52 episodes per year. Which means if you view each episode one time, we're making $12 for 52 views. Right? So instead of $10 per 1,000 views, if you pay $1 a month and you listen to each episode one time, we're making $12 per 52 views. Or, roughly 20 times more money. If that makes sense. No, don't say it's bad. No, I was doing it fast. I was under pressure. I was writing against the lines. Here. Let's see if I can write this better. Can you read that? Oh, come on, camera. Don't fuck me over. Please, 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 please. Camera, please, 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 please. No, stay focused. How do you even handwrite like that with my hand? With my hand, what do you mean? So yeah, that's why when creators do ads and stuff, or like if they're doing content that has copyrightable material, they push for a Patreon, or you'll take an actual ad. Because what I could do right now is we could launch the Glee video, right? It's ready, it's done. We could straight up launch it. We would just make $0 on it. And you know, we put conservatively 120 hours into it between the two of us. So why would we take $0 on it, right? Because it has copyrighted material in it. Now what we're doing is what we're doing obviously is waiting until those copyright claims clear through fair use, when we're using it as a criticism as fair use. So we just have to wait for those to clear. But if we went live with it now, we would make $0. So, but if you go to the Patreon and are able to give the money, then you can watch it. Judgy's waiting until marriage. Yeah, for our conservatorship, actually. But yeah, that's why whenever you have a content creator that does stuff like that, they push a Patreon, or they push, like, I could just release it right now if I had a baked in ad. If, you know, fucking like Raycon was like, hey, we want to do, I don't know if I would ever take a brand deal from Raycon, but if Raycon emailed us and was like, I really want to be in your next Glee video, you know, we're expecting this many impressions, this many views, and we baked that in, then we could sell that ad without having to fear for copyright. And we could just run it and just not worry about making money on it. Does that make sense? So that's why when creators talk about ads and stuff, they ideally, you know, you first overall it's Patreon, then it's post-read insert, or like self-inserted ads, and then it's, you know, you're just normal ads after that. If you desperately need it, Emery, it will be out in 7 to 8 days. I don't know if it'll be on the 30th or the 31st. It depends on when the copyright claims drop out. But again, and I'll probably keep plugging this throughout the stream here as people come in and whatnot. But it is live right now on our Patreon at patreon.com/Hashan. If you want to be so generous, or it'll be out for free with ads in 7 to 8 days. But it is live right now if you want to watch it. And then if we get a large enough Patreon membership that wants more people, that wants more content, the plan is to do like monthly 7 to 8 days. The plan is to do maybe like monthly content where instead of like doing a full TV series video, I might just do a movie, right? Because I can break down a movie in a 30-45 minute video. I can't, you know, one movie is like 2 episodes of Glee. So I can break through that and maybe do that, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. That's, you know, we can't afford to do that right now in terms of just like time management. You know, people say I've gotten the Mr. Beast comparisons before. I do fear I'm just a white guy with the mustache. I don't think I look that much like Mr. Beast. Personally, I don't feel that way. In fact, we have completely different hair color, completely different eye and forehead shape. Like, I think he looks I think we look very different. If I'm being for real. I legit just think that I'm a white guy. We're both white guys. Now, if you really want to say I look like someone, I look like Michael Cera, and you can say that, and it's okay. I look like fat Michael Cera here with a mustache. Let's look at. Hang on, let me pull it up. Especially when I was a teenager. Like this Michael Cera specifically. Obviously he has darker features than I do. He has darker eyes and he has brown eyes and darker hair. But our nose and obviously I have a mustache, but our nose and our mouth is so similar. In our chin. But in Youth in Revolt, he has a mustache. That's the beautiful part. See here, Michael Cera mustache. I mean, like this. Tell me. I mean, obviously, I grow a better mustache than this. I would hope. I would hope that I grow a better mustache than this, but my mustache looks fake. Thank you. It's not. It's real. But yeah, I do kind of look like Michael Cera, and that's okay. I like Michael Cera. The dude's funny. And again, our hair texture is different. He has like more of a reddish brown hair. I have a blondish brown hair. My mustache looks. It's on there. Where's the skin cream? What the fuck does that mean? What the hell? Superbad is such an iconic movie for sure. I watch it like once every 2 years. What's my middle name? My middle name is Michael. No. Michael Cera V. Oh. That's right. Forgot he did this Michael Cera V. The Cera V. We can get more. We can get more parasocial. Hang on, let's get more parasocial. We might not even get to Baldur's Gate. We could just be parasocial all day. Is it weird that my middle name is Michael and my birthday is June 27th? 1996? Can I guess? Maybe 1996? Yes. How did I know? It's not because I'm looking at your old chat logs. So a little bit more parasocial, which is, to me, this stuff is funny. I'm gonna pull up my Twitter here. I'm on X at @HashJSmith. So I did this long tweet thread yesterday. I was pretty doomed out yesterday. I was pretty doom repelled. It's about me ordering a Harris Waltz hat when they first announced that he was going to be the VP pick. I was super libbed out. I was super excited for the prospects of a potentially, like progressive campaign, whatever. It was a four long tweet thread. But the premise is I ordered a Harris Waltz hat the day after he announced he was VP, and I still did not have it as of yesterday. So he was announced as VP in July. I ordered it like the day after. And the election is now 12 days away. And it's like, how did we not get that hat out sooner so I could, theoretically I could wear it around? And like, it's like putting a sign in your lawn. Like, there's your fucking, like that's the point. And I got it today. I got it in the mail today, which means, as I say, there's a non-zero chance that the Democrats saw my tweet and overnighted this hat to me. Right? Which I think is very funny. It's not true. I already knew that the hat was in transit. But what's funny about this to me is Judgy's pod fan, Discord user Nick, says, respectfully, if I saw you wearing this, I would be confused if you would be a normal person or a racist. And I said to that, I don't know why you can't see the quote, but I said, I think this is more of a side effect of being a cishet white guy than the hat, right? And so I was like, it's just, I mean, if you see this guy in public, there's a non-zero chance that a guy who looks exactly like me is a piece of shit. And I mentioned that, and then they went on to say in the Discord, like, well, yeah, it's also because you're a cishet white guy. And I think it's what's really funny is it's been mentioned before. There's jokes here and there about how I'm super straight, like not like the super transphobic meaning of super straight. Like I'll always have, or not always, but there'll be Judgy's fans constantly, not constantly. There'll be sometimes Judgy's fans who will say like, Josh, sometimes I forget how straight you are and stuff like that, which is so funny because on my YouTube channel on Hash On, we get comments like this: video summary, effeminate man cries for over an hour. And it's like, it's just like, it's so funny to me that like in one aspect of my onlineness on like the Judgies, it's like, I'm like the straight guy of the group. And then on the other one, it's just people being like, you're fat and gay, which is like, just like high school. Which is just so fun. Like literally to compare this to, let me pull up the Discord message. And again, this is not me attacking Nick. I think Nick is a great person. It's just funny to compare. I have two different people at like literally the same day saying to me, one of them being like, Josh told me it's because he's a cishet white dude, but honestly, if I saw anyone in that camo hat, I'd clutch my cheeks, being like, he's gonna hate crime me. And the other one being like, wow, you're gay. It's so funny. I was like Blake sent me this message because Blake saw it before I did, this comment. I thought that was so funny. Like literally hours apart from one another. This is very funny. I lost followers. Ooh, I was at 2,400 for a second on Twitter. No, it couldn't be because so many people are leaving. Somebody asked if I'm on Blue Sky. Turtle, no. We have a Judgy's Blue Sky account. I made it way back when. And I have not logged into it ever because I think the app sucked. Unfortunately, even now, let's see if I can pull it up. Did I delete it off my phone? There's no way, right? Oh, there it is. Blue Sky looks like a porn app. It's the same thing with Twitch. Or I mean, with Twitter now. The logo for Blue Sky looks like porn. It's been so long that I'm literally not even logged in still with Blue Sky. It's the same thing with Threads. Like when Threads was announced, I was like, well, first off, I was like, oh great, now we're gonna be we're just gonna go more onto Meta and Facebook. Sick, love that. That's our fucking response to Elon Musk buying Twitter. We're just gonna give more money to Mark Zuckerberg. But also Threads sucks. Like I hated Threads. The UI of Threads is so dog shit. And I've never even been a big fan of Instagram personally. I didn't use Instagram until we started the Judgies. Death for Cabbage. I literally mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. I leave it here because I think it's funny. It was from when Christian sneezed on a podcast, We'll Save This Relationship. I don't crank it at this computer. This is my work computer. What are we, silly? Are we silly goofy or what? Why would I crank it here? I will never be caught anywhere near this camera naked. I can promise you that. That is like from the moment we started content creation, it was just like how far away can I get these cameras from anywhere I might be, which is why like I used to have my camera set up to be pointing out this door right here, and I needed to get that door frame out because we don't have doors on my second floor. And so I was like, I don't want, like, you know, even Aurora just be walking by and like not wearing pants or something while I'm streaming or something. All right, are we ready for Baldur's Gate? Let's see here. There we go. So yeah, let's get into some frickin' Baldur's Gate. I've been playing Baldur's Gate like crazy recently, with a bunch of mods. This is just a mod where we're doing RP as the one, the only Finn Hudson from Glee. Death Grabs was like, oh, gaming, fuck you. Death for Gabbage came in, said you're dog shit at handwriting. You look like Mr. Beast. Asked for a Goon Cave picture, and then when I went to go do gaming, you're just like, I'm all right, see ya. That's top tier chatter status for sure. So we're playing as Finn Hudson. All of our RP, all of our role playing will be as Finn Hudson, the main character. One of the main characters from Glee. Right now in our party, we have Mercedes. Again, the faces are a little buggy right now. We have Kurt, and we have Quinn. The portraits will be lined up right now. I'm hoping that when I take a long rest, they will fix. But as for right now, we're just going to keep going. So we got Kurt, Mercedes, Quinn, and Finn. We're doing all of this in RP, like I said, role-playing as Finn Hudson, which is, I think, very, very fun, because Finn Hudson is kind of just like... but my computer is, like, freaking out right now. Finn Hudson is kind of like, I've always said, an anime protagonist. I think what they tried to do with this character on Glee was make it so he's, like, super dumb, but well-meaning, I think, is the goal of his character. And I think they do it pretty well for the most part. But I'm going to go ahead and recast Kurt here. So I think it's really fun to RP as Finn, because I think overall he has a good heart, but he's just so stupid. He's just so dumb. Why do we have so much wisdom? So I'm going to respec Kurt here to be a Gloomstalker Ranger. And then as we level up, we're going to get him back into Rogue. But right now we just want to do this. He's going to take... We'll do that. And then we just get one. Oh, we get... Okay. I do this. But I think I want this. We'll take Hunter's Mark. I think it's really good. And archery, of course, if we're going to be a ranger. We'll get Long Strider. If you're viewing this and you've never played Baldur's Gate 3, I, first of all, really recommend it. But it's like based off of Dungeons and Dragons, which is very cool, very mindful, very, very demure. Fog Cloud. And we're not that far into it. If you want to, they're all on Hashan YT. There's a live stream section. They're all on there. If you want to watch old streams that we've done of this specifically. But the reason why I'm respecking, if you have watched it, the reason why I'm respecking Astarion or Kurt here is to get an extra attack at level 5. And then we'll get 3 levels back into a thief when we're done with that. Just a little bit more damage on average. Whoops. My computer is not enjoying running. There is something eating up something.
Still breathing.
Okay, where are we at with quests? Let's see what we want to do here. We could go do the Arcane Tower, which is kind of boring if I'm being for real. Let's go do some goblin stuff. How about that?
I'm shooting arrows at this door.
I haven't killed any goblins yet. You're my monk. Where are any of my... Where's any of my gear at?
Just stands back up.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
How's this playthrough going?
Fresh design.
This one's going really well. I think it's really, really fun.
Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Humans. Think you rule the world. Ah.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response.
So again, we're
Your
doing
little
Finn
power
Hudson
is
RP
beyond
from Glee.
reach until you rest.
So he asked us something. Glenn, does Finn think he's better than anybody else? No.
Everyone says that. And then they spit in our faces. But no more. Things are changing. We got the absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your face.
So Finn,
End him or leave him. But don't you dare. grovel
Quinn's
to
telling
his
us to beat him up. And I don't think Finn would go down and kiss a goblin's foot. Yeah. Would Finn just be like, how about you kiss my feet instead? And try to like intimidate his way out of having to do this. Ugh. You love to see a natural one on the first roll of the stream. We'll roll this again. There you go, Finn. Thank you.
Look, mate. Just piss off. You're not welcome here.
Oh, so you're not so high and mighty after all.
Don't push it, worm. I can still bash your face in. Yeah. I think I will.
This is an honor mode playthrough, yeah. So this is only a little fight with these 4, and if you damage Crusher enough, he like backs off. So we're just gonna try to get him down before we take any damage or anything like that.
Show us what you got. Wait! I yield! I yield!
Take his head. He won't be putting it to good use.
I love how Finn intimidated this guy into a fight, and then Kurt had to like clean up his mess. I don't think we need to kill him. I do want to kill him because I want one of the items that he drops. He has a really good ring, but I don't know if Finn would kill him. I think Finn would probably help him up. So he says, I think my point's been made. Come on, I'll help you up.
You're looking down on me as well. I can get it by myself.
You strike your prey, then offer aid. I will never understand your kind.
Arrogant pig.
Well, we'll get his ring some other time. What rings do we have? We got Ring of Flinging. We got that. Okay, we got decent gear here. Let's see if I missed anything from here.
You looking to spend it?
If you don't know, by the way, honor mode is the hardest difficulty on Baldur's Gate, where every dice roll that you do, you can't change. So whenever the dice gets rolled, I can't ever like undo that save. And if you die, the run ends. If all of the people in your party die, your run ends. So we obviously would like to avoid that
Where am I?
from happening.
What's going on?
But we got a bunch of goblins out here. Oh, we have to do the owlbear stuff. Let me drink a little potion of animal speaking. See if we can't talk to this owlbear. I don't remember what we did here. Yep.
Go home. Cave. Mother.
Oh, I don't think I've killed the owlbear mom yet. You've had some fights take like 2 hours. Yeah, I've played through enough Baldur's Gate at this point to where I don't really get stressed in fights anymore. Do you think we can kill the owlbear? I'm level 5. Although I do remember one of the last fights we did yesterday, or I mean the last stream, was almost died to the spectator. Did not go well. I think we can probably go kill the owlbear mom.
At the ready.
See what happens. Why not? Maybe I did. I genuinely don't remember what we've done. But I've got an honor mode. I mean, I beat honor mode, which is why I have the golden dice. And then I think I've done like 2 honor mode playthroughs pretty much through like halfway through Act 1. And then I just got bored. I had one honor mode playthrough that went all the way to the middle of Act 2 and I died and I lost it to a glitch. That one sucked. That was my first honor mode like that I've ever tried. And then I've got one going on right now that is almost in Act 3. But that one's got a bunch of mods. Yeah, my final battle on honor mode was really, really sick to stream. I just love Baldur's Gate so much. Like, especially now with so many mods are available. Did I kill it? Oh, I guess I did kill it. How about that? With so many mods available, there's so many like different ways to replay it. Wait, did Crusher leave? Crusher just leaves if you don't kill him there? Did I lose his ring? That kind of sucks. Yeah. I mean, it's such a long game. I think that's what makes like Baldur's Gate 3 like genuinely one of the best games ever made. Is it's so long, there's so much to do, and like pretty much every time I would play it for the first like 4 times playing through, I would find something new. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of crazy. I never knew that.
I can do better.
Do we have Lump's Warhorn? Did I not do that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm checking what I've done. Did we not do Lump's thing yet?
Have seen everything.
Oh, I just killed them. It seems. Did I convince them to join us? Huh. I got locked to the sub thing. The sub thing is so stressful. I would never do. There's a encounter on this in this game where you go into like a sub that you have like it's like 6 turns to like save everybody, and it's fucking stressful as hell. I would never play that on honor mode ever. When I know when I did my honor mode playthrough, I skipped that. I think it's 6 turns. It could be more than that.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
Okay. So this here is the small outside section of the goblin camp. And we want to kill everybody here. Everybody is drinking
Press ahead.
out of this booze. So if we position Finn correctly here, enter turn-based mode,
Everyone else minds their business.
maybe.
No one back home will ever believe this.
I don't know who is seeing me. I don't have any casters, do I?
Careful.
This is the faults of me just not fucking doing any casting.
Wish to live in more interesting times.
Oh, it's this guy. Let's keep walking.
Can't risk being in open view.
I'm trying to poison them.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Warlock Gurk. Fuck is oh, this guy. Oh,
Out of sight. Out of
here we go. So if you make it so nobody is seeing you, you can put poison. Oh God, I accidentally used my action to. I have to go through and end turns, and hopefully nobody looks over here. You can put poison into the beer, but you need an action to do it.
The bitter
apparently.
business that light would fear to shine on.
So now, maybe the wrong poison. I'm being made to look like a fool. I really thought that the simple toxin would work. Maybe it had to be basic poison.
What's the story?
I know that the poison that what's her name tries to give you works, but apparently I don't have it. God damn it! Now I lost my fucking sneaking. This is going so poorly already.
Wretched thing, pull yourself together.
I just need to crouch before the turn base starts,
Don't want to draw any attention.
or I can do that.
What's a tick got to be said?
Just get lucky. Just get good. Let's just try poison. There we go. So now we've got petrified booze tub. And now they're gonna come over. They're gonna get a drink out of it. Get Mercedes over here, actually.
A toast to our victory.
You can see everybody's toasting.
Tonight, Duke's face.
What you standing here all dry for? Come here, have a drink.
They want you to drink with them, but obviously we know that we spiked
What
the punch
should we
bowl.
toast to, eh?
Just like Artie and Puck in season 2 of Glee. I'm glad you asked. Tell everyone to gather round.
Guys, this one's giving us a toast.
You raise your glass and shout.
To drinking till we die. To our health. That's a very Finn Hudson line. Yeah.
To finding those looters and crushing them.
Go on, drink up.
Okay, we got a +4 here. Come on, Finn, you got it. Pretend like you're drinking the beer. Hey, Finn, the thing about Finn, and you'll grow to know this on these Finn Baldur's Gate 3 streams, is he always gets it on the second try. He's always a 2-time roller. And that is always true.
That's it. Down the hatch. Now get out of my way. I need another drink.
And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them died.
You poisoned us.
And then they're like, what? You poisoned us. What?
But you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
And then we say, well, yeah, I maybe spiked the punch, but I mean, you could also just die. And we hit those because Finn Hudson always lands a good threat.
But please don't. I won't rat you out, I swear. Just leave me be. But this one's all right, lads. Knows nothing about no poisoning.
Oh, look at that. We got out of the fight. Now, I did want to fight right now. So, I think it only makes sense to start a fight. Okay. So I've got my crew here positioned in such a way that I can get a pretty good start going. Obviously, already having 6 of them dead definitely helps. But we want to prioritize damage on the big ones. So let's do that then. Hello, the Kafkan. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. 80% chance, we'll take it. Look at that, 23 damage. And another 21. Way to go, Kurt. Oh, and you have another shot somehow. You love to see it. Okay. Not bad, Kurt. Good damage.
Blood comes easy these days.
Finn, what do we want to do with you, buddy? Let me go focus on this guy. You can jump on over. Oh, that's where everybody ran to. But they're all half dead, which is nice. Damn, Finn. Then we got Mercedes, and Mercedes can finish this guy off. We can run over.
No surrender.
Maybe kill you. We'll call that a good turn.
Time to strike.
And now Quinn can move. Quinn is our thrower. I really just want to make sure this guy ends up dead because he's the one that can do the most damage.
Position.
So we'll throw some little pikes on over to the Gurgon. Okay, that's a good turn 1. I think we're gonna see a lot of dashes from the enemy. Good part, or an important part about honor mode on Baldur's Gate 3 is making your enemies dash and waste their action on movement. That's really good. That sets up Mercedes for that kill. Yeah, run on in. That's right. Yeah, Quinn, I do fear Quinn is a pretty forgettable Glee character. Out of all the Glee characters, especially after her season 1 arc stuff, she doesn't have a ton to do. I've always said that. She's kind of just there, and they kind of suck at writing plot points for her.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
I think we let Mercedes go first and see what she's working with.
I've got it.
Yeah, that's why we did it. I am running very, very good builds. Let that be known. Want to hear something embarrassing? Is it about Glee? Then yes. Always. Oh, nice. We got this drop that I was considering buying this for Finn because it gives you +1 initiative, but I didn't want to spend the 800, 900 gold. So that's nice.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Finn does have great weapon mass.
Open up.
Now, what happened to the owlbear cub is the real question.
Have I been this way before?
I wonder if we'll still get the owlbear cub. I used to be a huge Glee, and I had a Glee notebook that I wrote Glee fanfic. This is very important. If you still have that fanfic, I do need you to send it in somewhere. We'll keep it anonymous. Nobody will tattle. Nobody will tell anyone that it was yours, that we all heard you on stream say that you had Glee fanfic.
Don't mind if I do.
Right, everyone? You don't even know if you have it anymore? Boo. Definitely won't be read on any podcast. No! Never. I'll be the first to know perfect. I wish. I mean, I definitely did have, like, embarrassing things like that as a kid. Like, ooh, I've never noticed this loose boulder. What's behind this? I can't believe I can't move this.
Let's move.
What do we mean path is interrupted? You thought all the grilled pork belly was from the dead goblins? It's actually a dead gnome or a dwarf, but I'm playing as a dark urge, so you can eat, you can use it as a dark urge because you eat humans, or you eat humanoids, I guess. Oh, so it was nothing. Weird. I've never noticed that boulder there.
So that's progress.
This guy read he didn't know his fanfic. He said he should publish it. Let's see if I can see that pork belly now. Yeah, I think Finn as Dirge is, not only is it fun, and I like playing as Dark Urge in Baldur's Gate 3, which I don't want to spoil anything if you've never played Baldur's Gate 3. Because I do plan on eventually getting all the way through this run on stream. It'll probably take, but my Honor Mode Road took me like 80-ish hours.
Bodies for the
And I would stream for like 4 hours at a time. Add on the fact that I'm a little bit less efficient because I'm streaming. It'll probably take like 25 streams maybe. Total. I do plan on eventually getting all the way through this on stream. But I really, really like Dark Urge playthroughs on Baldur's Gate. I think they're by far the most fun. I think it's the way that the game is like intended to be played if you want to play a custom character. And I think it makes the gameplay a lot more fun when you're more involved in the story. How do I get up there? I'm gonna run. Oh, you're gonna run all the way over. I really enjoy Dark Urge playthroughs, and especially making Finn a Dark Urge. Like, I think it's really fun to RP that like Finn's like urges are literally just to be like homophobic and racist. Instead of wanting to like murder and kill people, he's like trying to shout slurs. I'm really not a fan of what they did to Finn's like whitewashing. Like how the way they whitewashed Finn in season 2 was kind of crazy.
I'd love to, thanks. If you insist.
Trust me.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Keep it together.
This is a little optional fight. You got 3 sleeping enemies over here and 2 over there. Well, they're drunk actually, but it's a little optional fight. That's just free experience at this point, so no point not to do it. I don't need to have sharpshooter on. The goblins have such small HP.
I won't give in.
critical miss. Clean him up, Quinn. Yeah, I've been playing this a lot. I have my armor playthrough with Blake, editor Blake, and then someone else from the Doji's Discord, Mitty, who we've got an on-mode playthrough, and we're about to this part. I think I've maybe done a little bit more in this than we have in that one. But we haven't played that in a couple weeks because we were working on the Glee video, getting that out. Then I've got my own another honor mode playthrough going through right now, where one of the mods I saw was you can be a somebody made a Keyblade Master mod, so like from Kingdom Hearts. This guy's taking a piss. What the hell? You can't pee out here. What the fuck are you doing? And so I'm like, hell yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts. So I started this playthrough as a Keyblade Master. So my name is Sora, S-O-R-A-H. But when I downloaded the mod, it was only up to level 4. But it's still a really fun run. Yeah, I don't super care about like the way people look, but they have so many fun mods for like really sick outfits and whatnot. But that one I'm trying to do an Embrace the Urge run, because I've never really done like a true like evil run. And I have it so it scales up to level 20 and everything is double experience. So it's super easy because I'm always over leveled, but it's still fun to just go through and destroy stuff in this game. Yeah, the thing about the evil runs in this game is you lock yourself out of so much experience. So you kind of have to like do quests partially through before you like close them out.
Bloody racket.
Like you got to play both sides, that way you always end up on top.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work.
Oh yeah?
State your business. Now.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response.
I'm gonna try to talk to Principal Figgins.
Until you rest.
Oh, come on, Finn. I wonder what happens if I just let this roll. We'll use one inspo. I mean, Finn always gets it on 2 rolls. I've always said that. I've always said that he gets it in 2 rolls. I've never once doubted it.
Right. Well, you ain't the first foreign type, I suppose. Gonna have to be a bit more specific though, mate. Absolute's got a few favourites around here. You here to see Priestess Gut, Boss Ragslin, or the Drow?
A great question, Warrior Trenzas. I want to see Priestess Gut.
Do you now? Might feel different once she puts a burning brand to ya. She's through the main doors. Just follow the smell of burnt goblin arse.
Thank you.
Racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Let's go talk to her. Let's see what she's got to do. We're here to see Principal Figgins. And we hear Santana's in here.
Hear the Absolute's voice? Now here's somebody special. The
I think this is
Absolute has
April.
touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
I assume it has a purpose.
Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance.
So it'll make me look
Camp will be
cool.
branded soon, and you should be too. You
It'll
ready? Brace yourself.
Make me
This'll
look
sting.
badass. I think Finn would get branded. Of course, Kurt doesn't like it.
Hold still.
As pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again.
Well, hang on, let me turn the volume up a little bit. Let's keep seeing what we can see.
Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there, digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows.
Oh, have a good one, Hazard. Thanks for hanging out.
Just now. Maybe I can help.
Wait, 1
with
a.m.
that. Us true souls gotta look out for one
Are you in like
another.
Scotland? They're Ireland? Finn just leaves. I saw that you've got some dark thoughts. Bye. See ya. Oh, you're in England? No, I had my time conversions off.
That
Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out.
I hear? You've timed it well, my friend.
Whoa!
Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous. You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
Let's see your wares. I don't think we need to do too much here. There should be a pretty good bow here. This gives us +1 bonus rolls to initiative, which helps us move first. I think that's the only thing I need here. But we will get some gold and sell all our wares. They're all in the same time zone, are they? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought that England was different. Yeah, I think the only thing here that we really need is this bow. I don't think she has great weapons by any means. I mean, like, we could like swap out. No, we'll just get this bow here.
Pleasure.
This bow gives +1 to initiatives. Oh, I already got the Titan string. But you don't have to be wielding it to get it. So you can just give it to like Mercedes here, and she gets that +1, even though she's not like actively using it all the time. Which is a nice little way to get a +1 initiative for only like 300 gold. Like, that's certainly worth it. What do I want to do in here? Let's come over here. I guess we do need to rescue Volo. For sure. Who is Volo in Glee lore? Obviously we can't change how he looks.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine.
Does your bird have a name?
Pidge.
Sounds like you said Sandy.
Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya?
I was admiring him. I'd like to have one of my
Then
own.
catch one on your own.
Oh, Gribbo, you're about
The
to
mark
taste
glows,
steel.
But you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
I'm done talking. Open the cage or you'll be sorry. Boy, Finn loves his intimidations.
All right, calm down. I don't want no trouble. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
I do think this is Sandy.
Look at this.
He kind of has like that
I'm
same
quite
like
saved.
Sandy kind of talks with that like
to see a familiar face
kind of
in
voice.
such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
Get yourself to safety and quick.
I
Hey,
intend to
Blake.
do just that. A trusty invisibility potion goes a long way in a place like... We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here.
Internet's still out. That
Please,
sucks.
Won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke?
Blake, it's so... I know it sucks for you, obviously, but it's so, great timed that at least you got the fucking video out. Imagine if it went out while we were uploading this video for 18 hours. Or however long it took. That would have been so upsetting. I'm not looking for any extra company now. We do want Sandy in our camp. We'll tell Sandy to check us out.
Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear.
Well, it's great,
See you
Blake.
soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick.
Is if your heat ever goes out, you can just start rendering the Glee video, and your computer will probably put out enough heat over the course of the 8 hours it takes to render it. Okay, so we saved Sandy. Let's go see what Abdurak is up to. Okay, freak.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the scourge. This man is a follower of Leviatha, goddess of pain.
Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
What do you mean?
I was invited to teach them some of my techniques. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But alas, these goblins seem to thrive on the crude and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Do we think Glee season 3 will be longer or shorter than season 2? I think it'll be longer. 100% it'll be longer. Because it's good, and there's gonna be more to talk about. In season 2 of Glee, let me refresh here. Does this have my time? Why aren't my timestamps working? Season 2 of Glee here. What was the shortest episode? 15, 13, 16, 25. I mean, like, some of these, like, a 15 minutes to do a full episode here. Versus, like, normally it takes, like, 20 to 30 minutes, you know? Like, if the episodes are good. Like, episode 1 took 30 minutes. Episode 2 was 27 minutes. 21 minutes. 24 minutes. Like, I mean, look at Rocky Horror Picture Show. That one was pretty long. That one's 30 minutes. And then you get to the end of the season where the episode sucked and... Oh, no. We got to get this off before we go live. No, there is no Hamilton in it, actually. I often feel like I like raw pain too much. It scares me. Finn would try to act tough for sure.
Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you.
The first half took you a month, and the second half took me less than a week. The second half was so not... It's just the episodes were so bad. There's just nothing to say. But time-wise, they ended up to both be around the same time on the video. One of my cooks at work plays a song from Hamilton every shift, and I love him, but it drives me crazy. The same song. What song? Is it Hurricane? Is it Satisfied? If I had to take a guess... Would it be Aaron Burser, or would it be My Shot? There's no way he's playing Alexander Hamilton title. I'll be back. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. It's like the shortest fucking song. It's literally done. Like, they literally sing that song to, like, let people, like, do stage changes and scene changes and costume changes and stuff. That's funny. I'm a contemptible blood pervert. I'm trying to resist my drive to say slurs, but it's very difficult.
Do not be ashamed, child. What I see in your eyes, in your soul, is only natural. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain.
Wait, you can make me stop wanting to say slurs?
As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I must see this. Don't you dare say no.
Okay, Kurt.
This man is of common stock. Only the poorest of men need settle for the spectacle of their own gore.
All right, why not?
Oh, I have both loved. Simply.
Let's do it. Let's see how Finn takes pain.
This will do nicely. Delicious.
I do need you to be close so I can make sure I get guidance here.
The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it.
This is 5 plus 1d4. This is 3 plus 1d4. Come on, a kid could hit me harder than that.
You want more? As you wish, dear one.
Have a lot on my mind.
Ow!
Well. Wonderful. Just wonderful.
You look tired. Should I take over?
Wonderful. You want more? I'll give it to you.
It was a fine strike.
Huh?
That's it! Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you.
Hit me as hard as you can or I'll return the favor. Blake, you would like blood magic sorcery. You like spellcasting. I just don't like spellcasting that much.
I hope that's a promise, dear one. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer.
So now I'll never want to say slurs again, right?
I could feel Loviatar's pleasure with every sting of my scourge. I am proud to have served you this penance.
You could have hit me a lot harder.
You're starting to sound like the goddess herself, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. And on a personal...
You're welcome.
What to do?
Boy, that guy's Pretty weird, huh? You just get a little buff that makes it so when you have 30% hit points or less, you gain a +2 to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws.
Deep and move.
There's no downside to it other than having to burn a potion to heal some HP back. YouTube viewers, hello, welcome. If you go back to the beginning of the YouTube stream, you can see the Hashan Season 2 announcement.
But no, you gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Ah, here
Ah,
to see
Finn is
your
such a
friend,
loser.
have ya? Come and join him if you like.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Nice rack.
The man on
It's such a
bit
thin line.
Short, though. Don't you think he could be longer?
I think it's permanent. I think Lovitar's blessing is
With his
permanent.
mates, looking for some forgotten thing. Said they ran to some kind of grove. He doesn't want to tell us where it is, but he can't resist forever.
Go have yourself a drink. I'm here to relieve you. Oh, wow. That's a really high DC for this. But Finn hits those. Ugh. He didn't hit it this time. But you know what we all say. Say it with me, chat. 1, 2, 3. He always hits it on 2. He always hits it on the second one. And sometimes, what is a second one? If not the third one. I've always said that. How did I not just roll 3 8s in a row? You know what that means? If those were all 8s, that only counted as 1 roll. So this is really the second roll. And he always hits it on the second roll. That's 2 roll Finn.
We do all the work, and you get to finish him. Bah! Take him! Won't do you any good. He just screams. I should have sent him to Moonrise with the rest for all the good he's been.
Yeah.
I watched that weird priest next door. Sounded like he was
Liam.
something up. Yeah.
Wait, let me Google something real quick. Okay, I'm not gonna make a joke. I didn't know, I couldn't remember which One Direction member died, and I was gonna say, oh, like from One Direction, but that would be really crass. I did not realize it was this guy who died, and I'm sorry.
Please, let me out. There's no reason for this.
If I just let him out, and doesn't take the ability to like interview him or question him, he's just like, okay. Alright, Blake, have a good one. Good luck with your rat.
The lock clicks and opens.
Oh my god, I just realized who Halson's gonna be.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger.
Just leave. It's so funny to me to be playing as Finn and be in a like dialogue where you should say more things. Like ask him like, wait, hang on before you go. Have you heard anything about Halson? And then just literally just be like, bye. We could probably clear out the goblin camp here. Probably won't be too bad.
Do you want to become spider food?
When you Hazelnut, thank you for asking. And for everybody in the YouTube chat, the great part about YouTube live streaming is you can scrub backwards. But if you don't want to do that, the season 2 of Glee is up on our Patreon. We're still waiting so it takes 7 days to clear through copyright claims. So we have to go through copyright claims and all that nonsense. But it's ready to go. As you can see, it's 8 hours long. Just over 8 hours long. It's blah, 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 blah. I played the intro of the video at the beginning of the stream. If you want to watch that, if you scroll all the way backwards, it'll be there. But if you are dying and you want to watch it right now, you can go on over to patreon.com/Hashan and you can see it's ready to go. It's posted here, ready to watch. There's also other bonus content. You can see all of our you can see in here the point system that I used to assign points, both in season 1 and in season 2. It's all on this little thing. There's also outtakes from the first 2 videos. The outtakes for season 2 isn't out yet. Blake had some issues with their first internet, and second Adobe kept crashing. Why is my face so red in this little it looks like I was joking. But if you don't want to pay, and I understand if you don't want to, if you don't have the means to, or if you don't want to, I totally understand. It'll be out in 7 or 8 days. I don't know if it'll be on the 30th or the 31st, but once all of the copyright stuff clears, then it'll be posted public. So you won't be missing anything. You just get it a week early for this specific video, and then if you sign up for a Patreon, you get the video early, and you'll get all of the bonus content that'll be on there. You want to see if who is truly the villain? Well, yeah, that's how you find out, right? And keep doing it. Yeah, we put a lot of hours into it. With how long it took to get out, part of it was like, I said this before again, but I'll say it again. I guess I could just look it up. When did we post part 2 of the first season? We posted part 2 on June 24th. We posted part 1 on May 20th. And the first video is 13 episodes. The second video is 9 episodes of Glee. And then this one is all 22 episodes of season 2. So already it's just like taking all of that time and putting it together. So that alone would have taken us 2 months if you just look at, like, each video took us about a month to make. And then on top of the 2 months, there was like a month where I was just like horribly depressed and didn't want to do anything. And probably more than a month of that, if we're being for real. And then on top of that, I did not like season 2 nearly as much as I like season 1. So it was harder for me to find the motivation to continue doing it. Just because I didn't like it as much.
See? It squealed! Hit it again!
But it's all out if you want to pay it. If not, it'll be out in 7 or 8 days, depending on copyright stuff.
Stop them! Free me!
What the hell?
Again! Make it squeal again.
So in the meantime, we're going to play as Finn Hudson in Baldur's Gate. He's helpless. Let him go.
It's staying right here. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too.
Not Dink and Mince.
Serving it to the wargs. But first, 3 more stones. Make it nice and bloody.
Yeah! Hit his head! I want to hear more noises.
What the heck?
Glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Stop it!
How dare ya?
Release me! Get rid of them!
Attack the goblin.
Time for blood!
Halsin is definitely going to be Bert. 100%. Because Halson is so much older than like the other characters. So he's definitely gonna be Bert. But we don't get him until midway through Act 2, so it'll be a while. The only important thing about this fight is to make sure nobody runs out and alerts the rest of the camp. So we've got 2 goblin children in front of us. We've got 2 Beastmasters over here. Oh, that person's definitely running out. That sucks. I didn't position
Put 'em up. Victory awaits.
my team very well.
On my word.
Nothing will stand in my way.
I guess I can maybe... Might have to get crafty with it. Let's go... That's fair. It's also a lot to work on something as big as that. Sorry you felt depressed, buddy. It's not fun. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I didn't say that to, like, garner any sympathy or anything like that. I literally just, like... It's one of those things, and, like, I've talked about this before. Like, I've been a content creator for 4 years now. Full-time for about 2 years. And before I was a content creator myself, I used to always think it was kind of crazy when
This feels good.
people would be like other content creators would be like, only she got hastened. Whatever. That's who I wanted to get hastened. I always thought it was so insane when content creators would be like, sorry I didn't get a video out for a while. I just, you know,
My path be
like
true.
somebody, it's like, well, it's like a dream job, right? Like, that's crazy that it would take so long. Like, what do you mean you can't get another video out? You're just watching Glee and, like, you know, critiquing it or, like, you know, making silly little jokes. But once I became a content creator, and specifically less about the podcast, but more about making the Glee stuff, it was so much more apparent where it's like, oh, I get it. When you feel that pressure to create, and then it's like, it like double dips, where it's like you feel like this pressure to create, and then when you can't create, or like it's hard, it like just adds to the pressure, and it creates this like feedback loop of like, yeah, this is like an insanely great, you know, I'm so lucky to be able to do this as a living. And then when you don't work on it more, you're just like, you feel like more of a piece of shit, because it's like, wow, it's crazy. I have like, I just sit at home and play Baldur's Gate all day, and I still like don't fucking get shit done. It's like a feedback loop.
This is gonna feel good.
Can Mercedes get over here, we think? Dash.
Tactical.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like before I was a content creator, and don't get me wrong, it still is a fucking dream job, and like, I don't even think I need to burn any of my monk points here. It still is a dream job, of course, and it still is awesome to do it as a living, but it almost like compounds on top of everything, where it is like, oh, it took me 4 months to get this video out, which is like insane. It's just insane. It like doubles down in my brain sometimes.
Into the bloody fray.
We can get him situated here. Ooh, good crit. Good crit. Double crit. Finn's pissed. I appreciate it, Hazelnut. I know you didn't mean it like that. I know, yeah, like I didn't mean to imply that like you thought I was making myself give myself excuses or whatever, but I'm gonna do this and see if they slip. Good damage.
I am fury. I am death. On the
So I did burn a speed potion here, but I think it's worth it to just to really make sure that
in my best interest.
a goblin doesn't escape and go and tell everybody else, because we are going to end up fighting our way out of here. And I just don't want, I want to be able to control when I fight on the way out. I don't want to come out and then have everybody already trying to attack me. It's just not ideal. Plus, we are trying to get Minthara in our team, and to do that, I only know a few ways to do it, so I want to make sure it's doable.
Nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. Not only do you speak with a bear, but you free it too? A true friend of nature, or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin.
I've been to your home. I think it's in danger.
I am aware. I foolishly left it vulnerable to this rabble. There's work to be done. Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I guess my mom just raised me right. This is so gonna be Bert. This is Kurt's dad right here. I mean, look at the way Kurt's looking at him. I think this artifact has something to do with it.
That looks very alien. As alien as the Mind Flayers. They do not belong on this world. It's no coincidence that you found me here, I'll wager. You're after a cure for this parasite. I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles, but I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure.
Oh. So all this was for nothing then, huh?
Patience. I can't just snap my fingers. But I know where the solution almost certainly lies. I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to Moonrise Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic.
It has to be.
If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated.
All right, thank you.
Oh, wait, I could help you find a cure. But I need to settle matters here first.
And just like, all right, bye.
I've no right to ask. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
Well, Kaga did try to seal the grove.
Korga. I should have suspected she'd take things too far. I'll deal with her when I can.
Okay.
But there are other matters. Help me kill them. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and if I join you, we'll likely have to slaughter this entire place. So...
Yes. Yes, join us. God, that dialogue is so long. I haven't done that dialogue in a long time. He just kept going. All right, so we're gonna take his offer to
Best be on my way.
have him come with us. Just because having him with us, obviously, is just another damage sponge. There's a weapon back here somewhere, but it's in this pile of bones, I imagine. The Warg Fang. Goblins have disadvantage on attack rolls against the wielder. This is another thing, like I said before, where you don't even need to be actually using this to get the benefits from it. So, even though Kurt doesn't really use his daggers, we just put it on him, and that way when
Come on, let's go.
Goblins do try to attack him, they have disadvantage. Boy, I'm like out of potions, huh? Guess I can maybe craft some. Do that.
All is ash and meat. With haste.
Yeah, that Halson dialogue was so long.
What's in here?
Halson's a yapper, certified yapper. He's like 180 or so. He's like pretty old. He's a elf, so they age differently than humans do. But he's definitely like a middle-aged dude. He's definitely like a Kurt type, or a Bert type, I mean. I think he'll play perfectly as like, because he's also kind of like simple. He's not stupid. I wouldn't say that Bert nor Halson are stupid by any means, but they're just a little like,
More for me.
like naive isn't the right word. And I wouldn't even say like, there's 3 healing potions right there. I don't know, it's just like they both kind of have like that limited worldview type feel, where it's like they'll say shit and it's like they're so confident in shit. Like the way Bert is just like so like, now listen, Kurt, I don't know anything about this gay stuff. You got to learn that from somewhere else. And it's like, well, that's just the wrong thing to say. But he's like so confident.
Look, here we go.
Get on over here. Okay. So now we're going to be fighting our way out.
These boots have seen everything.
Which is going to be... It's going to be a lot of fighting. I really enjoy combat in Baldur's Gate 3. Certainly, in my opinion,
Gently does it.
more engaging than combat on actual tabletop D&D. But like I said, we want to save Santana / Minthara.
I must hide.
So we got to be careful with how we're going about things. So we're going to walk out, immediately get into a small fight here. Minthara is who we're going to have as Santana, and she's over here. So they don't see us yet, but if this thing sees us, we'll immediately get alerted to everybody. So we should be able to quickly kill these here. There's nothing, they're not like hard fights or anything of that nature by any means. They're only temporarily hostile, which is funny. Let's get Kurt up. I'm sorry, let's get Finn up. Oh, we just pulled you into the fight. But that's okay. Because we have Mercedes and Quinn up before them. We'll come apply pressure and we'll use a attack if Quinn is unable to kill this person. This little goblin guy. I'm just covering my outs. Making sure that we don't let anybody run out and alert everybody else. Okay. Crit certainly helps. That miss is not ideal. I mean, they can't run away because Mercedes is getting an attack of opportunity, so...
The dance of death.
I think I'm okay with not. I think I'd rather save... Uh-oh. Somehow they got pulled into combat. Maybe they're just alerted.
My turn.
That didn't go great.
Father, they will
Oh,
die
okay.
for you.
They're not actually in combat. That's good.
What's hiding here?
So every goblin, when they see that we have Halson with us, is going to be upset, and they'll immediately start attacking us. So we know that, which is obviously a plus. We can heal him up. Halson takes a lot of damage to take out, so
Build my castle with bones.
if we pop out here, there's gonna be a huge fight in this area. But at the same time, if we try to go around this way, as soon as we pop up, this thing's gonna see us. Unless there's a spot where it doesn't. Okay, I think that's our play then, is wait until it's in a spot to where it can't. The hard part about this, these scrying eyes, is they pretty much take no damage, and I'll show you that once we get closer. There's a very specific way you need to kill this thing. And we just have to wait till it moves so it can't see us. Or I could pop an invisibility potion. I think I might do that because I'm... Oh, we don't have any invisibility. How about that? This is where having a spellcaster with like minor illusion would help. They don't have, of course. It's not moving though. Maybe if I do this.
Bloody hell! What? Leave me alone!
Okay, this is not bad. So here's the goal. These things are super annoying, especially in honor mode. I believe they're buffed in honor mode. So they're resistant to every damage type except for thunder. You see they only have 11 HP, but it's levitating, which means some stuff it's just like completely immune to anything that is a ground thing. And all incoming damage is reduced by 8. And that's the hard part to deal with this thing. But because it's really hard to deal with resistance to everything except for thunder damage, it's really hard to deal damage that when it's halved does more than 8, and you have to do it enough to have 11 HP. Or we pick it up and we throw it. It automatically dies. That is the most reliable way on honor mode, especially to make sure that you don't have to fucking deal with those things. And now that that's dead, we can see we have a clear path to get the rest of our team in here. So it was super important to make sure that we got that thing down. Whoops, I accidentally unhid, but that's okay because I kind of want this thing to die by Kurt anyway. So now Kurt's invisible. That helps Kurt. We'll get him down and we'll just make sure he's not in the way. But we'll get him over here. We don't want our other characters to have to pass through him. I'm not going to use my last bonus action to attack because I want to make sure that he stays invisible. And if he attacks, he
despite everything
becomes visible. Next, we'll bring Mercedes over. As long as we stay crouched, we can walk all the way up. And we can see Minthara's over here. She's got saving throws +3. She's level 6. She's a paladin, which means she can just fuck you up. Level 6 paladin. So she can smite you. Our goal is to come in and, importantly, do a non-lethal attack and kill her. But non-lethally attack her. So we're gonna knock her down, and then when she gets reduced to 0 hit points, she instead gets reduced to 1 hit point, and she remains knocked out. This is a way for us to make sure that we make the Grove happy by killing all the goblins, while at the same time making it so we can keep Minthara in our party. It will be a while. We have to get to Act 2 before she comes into our party. Or we have a chance to get her in our party. I guess we could still technically fail and not get her in our party. But that's a way to make it so you make Halsin happy and he'll join your party. And you can get Minthara in your party, is to knock her out with non-lethal damage. And then I always just make sure I check it, because I will sometimes forget and go into the next combat with it checked on, and it's annoying.
In my best interest.
Okay.
No one's stopped me.
And that's that small little, 4 goblin little fight.
Can't slow down.
So if they would have gotten up to this war drum, the entire camp would have been alerted. Or maybe not the entire camp, but a lot of it would have been alerted. If the scrying eye would have seen us. There's a lot of stuff that could have went wrong there. Those aren't good. Ever, pretty much. Okay. Important here, we're going to steal this lyre. We're going to leave her with her clothes and her weapons. That way she has them when we come to get her later. Even though this is a pretty good light armor, I guess we could pick it up and give it to Kurt. But it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really add that much. You get a +1 to bonus. +1 bonus to stealth checks. That's nothing crazy. We'll just leave it on her. That way later, when we have her in our party, she'll have that on in case we need to fight with her.
I'll take that.
It's not like a super big upgrade for us right now, so there's really no point to. Grab it. Okay. So this guy here is smithing. Okay? He's getting tortured by these two goblins. And I think this is one of the only examples of an NPC in this game like this. A lot of people will never see this NPC. His name's Smithin. He's just a guy. He's a level 1 human, 7 HP. Nothing great, nothing important about him. And the reason why I say not a lot of people even see this NPC is because once you get within a circle here, this dialogue starts where they push him off into this pit and he dies. You can get into combat and kill them before they do that. And normally in a game in Baldur's Gate 3, when you do something like that, they might, you know, talk to you or like you might get something out of it. Oh, interesting. I don't know why they went into combat with us.
They're dying for me. All of them.
I'm just gonna end all of my turns here.
I will ascend.
Actually, you can go up. And we'll let them come to us because they got pulled in, unfortunately. Is there some crazy angle I can get? Holy fuck. I want to see a shit ton of damage.
No time to waste.
Oh. Only 19? Why didn't it take falling damage? It should have taken falling damage. There we go. 38 damage on that throw. I don't know why it didn't work the first time.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
I could rage, actually, with Quinn.
Fury. I am death.
How many do I have? I only have one left.
I smell blood. In position.
I'm gonna let them come to us. I'm gonna see what happens. So Dror Ragzlin is one of the other goblin camp leaders, as you can see. And is he also a paladin? No, he's just a guy. He's just a hobgoblin fighter. He doesn't have like a class like a typical non-player playable character would. He's a pretty tough fight, but nothing crazy. They tried to buff him in honor mode. So he has once per round when an enemy targets their ally with an ability, Dror Ragzlin can use a legendary action to galvanize absolutists, granting them action surge. Obviously, he has a bunch of people around him, and if they all get an extra attack with action surge, it's bad. Did that guy just run away? Oh, that's a perfect example. That guy, I saved his life and he just runs away. He doesn't even fucking talk to you. Kind of fucked up. We got Halsin here. I think Halsin, we wait a turn before we go in. You can see they're grouping up pretty nicely. So I don't need to get him in there to take damage unnecessarily.
Quickly.
The important thing I want to do is, unfortunately for me, because I'm using hand crossbow build, I can't really get in there. This is the downside. I like using hand crossbows, but there is a downside associated with it. We'll save your turn for now.
So much for peace.
You can't even get in either.
Soldier.
Unironically, let's just back up a little
Turn
bit.
someone inside out.
I'm going to shoot an arrow of ice here again. That way, when they try to pass through it, they'll hopefully slip. I'll shoot one over here as well. And we'll get that in because there's no reason not to use that.
What now?
And I think we'll just try to get them to, I could actually get a... Yeah. We'll just try to get them to dash back. Hopefully we see dash here. Now we're seeing a throw. Unfortunate. Hey, that's perfectly fine. And then he slips. Look at that, worked perfectly. And now Quinn,
Taking position.
the queen she is, he's walked perfectly into our trap. I mean, Quinn just gets to rain down javelins. 2 attacks and he's already a third of the way done. Which means next turn we'll definitely be able to end him. We're going to see a lot of dashes again still. I don't know what this guy's plan is. I guess he's going to try to walk over and shoot Quinn, but that's okay. I can't believe the ice is stopping them so much. They're literally just like scared to come over. Now we can go in though. We can get moving. Oh, way to go, Halson. I want to try to avoid getting them into a fight. Is the main goal right now. If I can get Kurt to go invisible, perfect.
Outmaneuver them.
Okay, we did pull these 3 into a fight, but that's fine. With Kurt invisible, we know we are not going to trigger them, so that's good.
Come on, can't stay idle. Have to keep going.
Finn can actually just shoot. I forgot that he's got a Titan string. I'm going to prioritize just thinning out actions. So I'll take the guaranteed kill there.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Fortunately, Mercedes is pretty far out. Step of the wind dash means jump. Yeah, we definitely want to do this. Because this means that jump doesn't take a bonus action. Which means we can do this. Which means we can do this. And I still have movement. What do I want to do with this movement? Oh, I can come pressure this mage. It's actually really good. I'll take the opportunity attack here. That's fine. Put pressure on him.
Swift and lethal.
And we'll see if Quinn can... No, there's no way. Ooh, is Quinn like useless up here right now? Alright, look at this 6 strat. Quinn is 2 meters away from being able to run away. Which means we'll bring her out of combat, leave. Everybody else stays in combat. It's just Quinn leaving. Then we can crouch. Why did she teleport here? Why the fuck? Wait, what? She should have went back to camp. Why did she go to the Myconoid colony?
Proceed.
Well, that's not ideal. That's gonna fuck up my plan a little bit because the plan was to just sneak her back in. We can kill this guy.
In my best interest.
Critical miss isn't ideal. 2 misses. He's gonna run away now. Don't attack. Attacked. Throw him off the edge. That did less damage than I was expecting, being fully honest. Okay. Just drink a couple of potions. I use potions very liberally. I do not conserve potions at all. They're pretty easy to get.
A good blow should send it toppling.
Please tell me I can break this. Thank you. So I'm gonna use this secret passage to come in.
My eyes grow heavy. Best to make camp.
Just as a way to make sure that I don't
Unheard, unseen.
walk through those people to get into a combat. Although I think I might have to get into a combat here. Can I get over there? Oh, this is perfect. I expertly avoided it. I'm the goat. Okay. Now, all of that was just to make sure that Quinn can get back into combat without really wasting any of her positioning.
The right decision.
Look at that. Was it worth it? Who knows?
Ready.
I think it probably was. I think it like reset turn order or something. Like I don't know why
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Mercedes has an attack again. Oh, maybe when I pulled it's probably when I pulled went out at like advanced combat. I guess that makes sense.
Find a route.
We're gonna take her and get her ready to start going up on the ladder there. Should leave us with exactly just this guy alive. Could kill him here. Let's do that.
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse.
Boom.
You should take a look.
Give that back to Win.
All's well that ends.
So that's drawer Ragslin, and what I took. I took 21 damage. It's not the cleanest drawer Ragslin you'll ever see in your life, but not a bad one. Especially considering I kind of got into that combat when I wasn't expecting it. But yeah, as I was saying, there's these two dwarfs here that like they just push that guy over into the spider pit and kill him. But most people never see him because they kind of just do it off screen. Like when you kind of walk over here, they just do it. But then like even in the runs where I didn't trigger it like that, where I actually was able to kill him without getting the rest of the Drawer Ragslin people into a fight, he just runs away. He doesn't like say anything. He just runs away, and it's like one of the few instances in this game where you see something and you're like, oh, I wonder if I can save him and have like conversation, or like I wonder if I can do X or Y. And normally like 99 times out of 100 in this game, they'll reward you for thinking like that. And then that's like the one time in this entire game that I've ever felt like, oh, they kind of fucked up that they didn't allow like you to like have a conversation with that guy. Even if it was as simple as like, oh, hey, thanks for saving me. Bye. Like he doesn't talk to you at all. Okay. This is a pretty big spot here. You get to come in and you get 500 gold, which There's nothing to shake a stick at. You can probably get this when you're level 3 or 4. Definitely 4. 3 if you're really crazy in this game. But you get these gloves here, where you gain advantage on melee attack rolls while you're surrounded by 2 more foes. These are really good for Finn. And when the wearer dashes or takes a similar action during combat, they gain momentum for 3 turns. These I'm actually going to give to Quinn, because Quinn has bonus action dash. Well, I guess it's the boots, so never mind. I'll give them to Mercedes then, because Mercedes can still bonus action dash. And so when you do that, you get momentum, which just adds more movement speed. So it's good to have on a character that can take advantage of them, obviously. There's nothing else over here. Those guys kind of came over already. I don't necessarily need to talk to him. I kind of just want to clear out Priestess Gut and her ilk. Oh, what's up with the cave bear?
Where are you going? We have work to do.
Oh, he like unpartied with me because Quinn left. It's such a weird interaction.
Time to conceal myself.
Okay. So this is one of the bigger fights. I mean, 3, 6, or 5, 8, 9. I mean, 10 goblins here. Obviously, they're all still goblins, so you're not like ever super scared of them. It's still one of the bigger fights, especially this early in the game. Oh, I didn't realize there's a guy right there. But you still want to make sure that you prioritize, you know, the big targets. I'm just gonna burn a lot of stuff here. So I'll action surge, I'll use some die. I can't believe you missed that much, Finn. I'm just dealing as much damage here as possible.
Staying out of sight.
Now that we've got combat initiated, we'll bring in the rest of our characters one by one. We'll send Quinn back up this ladder. If you're ever going to do a throw build in Baldur's Gate, I'm such a yapper when it comes to this game. I fucking love this game so much. If you're going to do a throw build, if you're playing Baldur's Gate 3, you want to have height advantage as much as possible. Part of the reason why it's so good is when you throw something, damage gets assigned to whoever you're hitting based off of the weight of the object and how far it's falling. So this guy has 11 HP. I'm going to throw this right here. I mean, so it dealt 24 damage on my hit and then another 16 just for the fall damage. Now I did fuck up and I always forget about this one little weird work. Not moving.
Low and quiet.
Which is when you throw something on your opening turn,
of course,
it doesn't come back to you, even if it has the comeback thing. So that does suck. God damn it, Kurt. Go this way, please. I'm going to try to get Mercedes down there, actually, since she's a melee combat anyway. So I need to get down there and pick up Quinn's weapon, hopefully before her turn. Before we get into combat, we can dash over here. It should give us... You can see we still have dash, which doubles our movement speed.
Moving.
Which gives us more than enough to come over, pick that up, magically move it back over to Quinn for her. And if we're lucky, look at that. We still have enough movement with Mercedes to come over and say, how do you do the 2 goblins over here? Okay.
Still on my feet.
Now, Kurt, we want to make sure we kill Priestess Gut again. She's one of the big boys over here. I also want to kill this caster if I can. I'm going to turn on all the damage I can realistically hit. And hopefully hit Gut here and kill her. Nice, perfect. Which means we get advantage because we're stealthed. And hopefully we kill that person. Look at that. You love to see it.
Can't even catch my breath.
Finn can't do anything. Oh, We don't have false in the fight yet.
Never ending. I need to get there unseen.
Sneak on over, big boy. Actually, hang on. We can do something kind of funny. Quinn's holding initiative here. We can shoot this wooden hinge and it'll fall and kill someone. I could have just killed him normally, but it's kind of fun to do stuff like that when you can.
What comes next? I must get
They kind of set up this fight for you to do it. If you notice, there's like a brazier right over where Priestess Gut stands too. But I don't want to get Halsin to walk through the fire. Hopefully if I jump here, it doesn't enter combat with him. Nice. Cool. Halsin gets the kill. I'm gonna get one turn. He deals Sacred Flame damage. And that was the combat. Overall, is a pretty good putting my cart before my horse a little bit here, but this combat's pretty much over at this point. That's not a bad goblin camp. By far not the cleanest goblin camp that you can find on YouTube or Twitch, and I am level 5 to be fair. So I'm probably just, you know, slightly over leveled for something that you might be doing here. I like to put off the goblin camp until you're level 5.
Killing's never my first
Halsin's
choice.
just gonna
But those three were too dangerous to I can see to some.
go to the grove while we loot for 12 minutes. I like putting up the goblin camp for a bit. I mean, you can get so much experience before you do this fight that there's really no reason to do it earlier. Like I was nearly halfway to level 6. I'm gonna short rest to get all of our stuff back. I was nearly halfway to level 6 before I did these goblin fights. So when you're level 5, you get such a big boost on so many characters that I like to put it off and just make these fights trivial. Because while your lower levels fights, like, your enemies won't be super tanky. They won't have like a ton of HP, but also you don't have a ton of HP, which kind of means like if they have one really good turn against you, you know, like Minthara or Dror Ragzlin, if you fuck up on a turn when you're level 3 or 4, you know, a lower level, they can just fucking one turn you and knock you out in a turn, and then you're on your back heel. So I like putting him off and just waiting. There is one more fight over here in the goblin camp that we need to do. We'll go do that. Gonna be over in Priestess Guts quarters. We got her key, so we'll just come on in. You know what? Before I forget, Slipknot style, I'm gonna jump on over here and hopefully not take damage from jumping down. Please. You know, I don't even have Long Strider on. I should put that on. Where is a spot where I can jump down at? Guess I'll take 1 damage.
That's curious.
Okay. And there's a ton of smoke powder barrels and fire wine barrels over here. And there's a couple fights that allow you to use these in a way that makes the fight just trivial. So it's always good to pick them up if you can. The fire wines aren't nearly as good as smoke powders. They still do some damage, but... Kathy, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Long time, no time. We are just killing our way through Baldur's Gate. Oop. You can see here the smoke powder barrels do 4d4 plus 18 damage. And you can stack them, so you can just get like a ton of them next to each other and blow them all up, and it's super fun. And it's also genuinely some of the better ways to deal with some of the fights in Baldur's Gate. Did I kill the gnolls? I must not have killed the gnolls yet, huh? See if Finn can do some lock picking. Fortunate. I'm not gonna burn all those. I'm gonna pick it up. Send it over to Kurt. Break our way out of here. Come over here. And then Kurt.
Skeleton key.
Just because Kurt's got all the proficiencies. Oh, we missed it. All good, all good. Kurt always gets it on a second try, but always said that.
Must lug my guts through this hell.
Only gold.
The easy path.
We could kill this guy. We get a little bit of experience for it. See what happens. Oh, I didn't get any experience for doing that. Whoops. Looks like Finn just killed him for no reason. This is the last fight in the Goblin Temple, or the Goblin Camp. Is Polma, the bodyguard of the High Priestess. And once she's in a spot like this, we of course.
Not used to lying low.
I just burned her action. Good. This isn't a hard fight.
We must speak.
If you know what you're doing. Although she's not aggroing.
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected.
Guess we can just lie. Be like, no. Oh, bummer. We'll just attack.
You have an ounce.
Indolence breeds madness.
Oh, I can still position? Okay. That's weird. So I'm not going to get a surprise round, which isn't ideal.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sensed it might be
We'll try
time
again.
to leave.
Wait, no, I'm chill. She didn't like that either. Game's kind of bugging
You
out.
have an ounce.
Put me back there. Whatever.
Neither seen nor heard. Be very, very quiet.
I don't know what's happening.
Maybe I should
But the
stay
game is like
crouched forever.
really confused.
On my way.
I'm gonna go start combat with, and then. Okay, now we got a surprise round on her.
Staying out of sight.
Now we can get
False move. Halfling essence.
our fight started. Now we can get it going. I doubt. Oh no, he's got a pretty good amount of HP. I mean, you could just take it with Finn and Mercedes for sure. Surprise round, can't move. Then we go again. So she's a pretty hard fight when you're a lower level. When you're a higher level like me. Yeah, and 5.
What's in here?
Nothing crazy. Especially, you know, you get your surprise rounds. Now we have this amulet of Misty Step, which is very good, especially considering Finn doesn't have a lot of movement being a fighter, and it's only an amulet spot. And yeah, that's the Goblin Camp. There's a little puzzle down that way. I'm gonna call it a night. I know it was sort of a shorter stream, less than 3 hours. Boy, Josh has fallen off. But I'm gonna call it a night for now. Thanks everybody for hanging out. If you want to watch more of the Baldur's Gate streams, they're all on Hash on YT on YouTube. And again, patreon.com/Hashan. Everything is ready to go. Not within the next 8 days for sure, 7 days maybe. You'll get to see Glee Part 3. Thanks, Em. Have a good rest of your night as well.